Okay, so we're talking about metric, or the System International Prefixes, so SI. Whoa, what happened? So when you add these prefixes, which means before the word, it's like add on to the front, it changes your value. Here's reference table C. These are the prefixes you'd be expected to know. You don't have to memorize them, as they are indeed on table C. We have the symbols right here, so they would be added on plus what we call the base unit, which would be table D. So like a kilojoule or a millimeter or a, I don't know, what else? Centigram, something like that. Over here on the side, you see the factors. 10 to the 3 you should know is bigger than 1. So this kilometer is 10 to the 3, which is 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. It's 1,000 times larger, positive. Down here, milli is 1,000 times smaller, negative 3. So this kind of shows how that works out. And the prefixes. So this is kind of interesting. It says these are the prefixes in a row. There's a phrase you can use: King Henry's daughter makes or gives or likes delicious chocolate milk. Which, again, you don't need to memorize any of this crap because it's on reference table C. And when I say crap, I mean that in the most scientific of terms, deferential to the metric system. But it just shows that, if you have a meter, or even 5 meters, if you have 5 meters and you want to go to kilometers, you'd have to go this way. And when you move your decimal place, each of these is a movement. So you'd go 1, 2, 3. Put your eggs in the egg carton. So 5 meters is going to equal 0.005 kilometers. And the same 5 meters is going to be 1, 2, 3 spots to the right, 5,000 millimeters. So that's how this chart might be useful. I don't know that I can erase this. Can I erase? Oops. What the heck? Well, anyways, let's present this. I guess that did erase it. So here we have our 4-sided meter sticks that we've used before. You see this is the meter side. This is the decimeter side. This is the centimeter side. And that's the that's a typo, millimeter side. So, 1 meter is equal to all these different things. We would just move our decimal place accordingly. So here's a question. How many joules are in 5 kilojoules? So again, we can do this using dimensional analysis, which we may or may not have learned yet. Or we can use this little chart. So 5 kilojoules. I'm going to move my decimal place from kilo to just regular. These are the base units. So 1, 2, 3 spots to the right becomes 1, 2, 3, 5,000 joules. Or as we learned in dimensional analysis, we'll need a unit conversion. Put it over 1. 1 kilojoule is equal to 1,000 joules. And then units cross away and we have 5,000 joules. Either one would be acceptable. This is what we call dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis, which we'll be getting into. And this is just using the moving of the decimal place using this kind of chart. But again, we have reference table C on the reference table, so you can just use that as many times as you need. Just remember, it's all added to a base value. And those base values are on reference table D, like joules and meters and Pascal and whatever else. All right, thanks.